presented by Charvette Mitchell. Find out more about her at charvettemitchell.com and connect with Charvette on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Grab a pen, notebook, or tablet and get ready. Here is Charvette.
Hey, y'all. Hey. Listen, we got a little bit of a dance party going on here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Charvette Mitchell. I am the CEO of Mitchell Productions. And listen, I am the fearless leader of the Marketing Tips with Charvette Facebook community. And I am jumping over to the community to make sure that everyone knows that we are live and on the air. So listen, if you're in the Facebook community, go ahead and grab somebody and say, hey, you need to come on in. Charvette is getting started. So I'm going to go ahead and hit that everyone tag. I know sometimes people are like, I don't like that tag, but it's convenient. And they only let us use it once a day. So I'm excited to be here with you. This is part 2 or the second day of our April training. And we're going to be talking about using AI for daily content ideas. And I'm going to give you 5 different things here and tips how you can leverage AI for and I'm still hearing the music, how you can leverage AI to give you definitely content ideas. There we go. We got it taken care of. Content ideas. And we actually did a poll in my Facebook community and asked what were some of the things that they would like to discuss during these types of Facebook Lives. I call them trainings, actually. And AI definitely, and AI and marketing came up as a high on the list. So that's hence the topic today, how to use AI for daily content ideas. And so if your brand's making new to me and to us, again, Charvette Mitchell, I'm the CEO of Mitchell Productions. And Mitchell Productions is a marketing and professional development firm based in Richmond, Virginia. And one of the things that we do is that we work with entrepreneurs, primarily women that offer professional services, but a few lucky men get sprinkled in, all around telling the story of their business through marketing, visibility, and branding so that they generate more revenue. So that is the whole purpose and the whole thing there. So we are excited to have you here with us. Shout out to YouTube. We kind of snuck and simulcasted on YouTube. And again, we're going to jump right on into this topic because I'm going to be out your hair. I have a session with our platform builder clients in 30 minutes. So we're going to get out of your hair. And again, I want to talk about 5 tips to use AI for daily content ideas. So let's jump right on in. So tip number 1. Hey there, Dr. Karen. Glad to see you. Hey to my mom is hanging out with us. Glad to see you. So number 1, ask AI for problem-based content ideas. Okay, you're like, oh, Charvette, you coming out strong out the gate. Ask AI for problem-based ideas. So, like for example, here's a prompt, and when I say AI, we're referring to artificial intelligence, and so you can use the tool of your choice. If that is ChatGPT, if that's Claude, I am not here to argue which one is better, whichever one you're using, you will be able to, go ahead and use for our activity tonight. So here's an example prompt that you can put in when we talk about this problem-based content. So you would ask your ChatGPT or your Claude, what are the top 10 problems my ideal client is facing? What are the top 10 problems that my ideal client is facing? That is going to give you content right away, right then, to use. All right. What are the top 10 problems my ideal client is facing? Because your product or service is a solution to a problem. And so your clients are looking for things, right? And you want to be able to address them, and you want to have content out there that addresses it. All right. So let's move on to number 2 of the 5. I might throw a bonus in. That's like a hint there. Okay. So number 2, turn one topic into 10 angles. Turn one topic into 10 angles. Okay, so you might say, I feel like I'm saying the same thing. I feel like I'm talking about some of the same things as you're trying to, and as you are marketing whatever product or services, that you have. Here's a great prompt that you can leverage in AI. Give me 10 different content angles for XYZ topic. So you got to tell it what your topic is or what your area of experience or your services, but give me 10 different content angles. And so you might be saying, like, Sharvette, what are content angles? Let me give you an example. So for instance, certainly we talk about marketing. So if we took marketing as our content, and we say, okay, well, what are all of the different types of angles that we could go if we want to talk about marketing? Well, we could talk about mindset, we could talk about myths, we could talk about how to, we could talk about story, we could talk about checklists. So those are what we would call angles. And that's going to be very beneficial as you think about, okay, hey, I need like daily content, right? I need ideas to come. And I know some of you are like very buttoned up, and you have your social media mapped out, it's planned out, it is scheduled ahead of time, and you're just sitting back chilling, just responding to comments and questions. But there are others who are saying, listen, I don't roll like that. I need some daily help. I need some daily content ideas. And so this is a really, really great one to take, turn your one topic into 10 different angles, and then you have a lot of stuff that you can share. Hey, Kelly, thank you for popping on in and joining us. All right, so let's go on to the next one here again. And this is the prompt you're going to put in. Give me 10 different content angles for XYZ topic. All right. And as a reminder, if I was using, for instance, marketing, then examples of angles would be mindset, mistakes, myths, how-to, stories, checklists, things of that nature. If this is making sense, put a 1 in the chat. If this is making sense, put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat, because listen, artificial intelligence is very powerful. However, it's kind of like junk in, junk out. So you want to be very cautious of how you're prompting it and the types of prompts that you're giving it. So let's move on to number 3 here. This is a really great one. This is a really, really great one. So use AI to generate hot takes on opinion type content. So this would be, thank you, Dr. Karen. She threw a 1 up. She's like, this is making sense. Okay. You want to think about current events. As we think about, like, what are daily content ideas, right? For those of you who are like, I need content daily. Well, there are always things happening and going on in the world. There's always things in the news. So you could ask your artificial intelligence tool, ChatGPT or Claude, to give you or to generate a hot take on. So what is a hot take? Your perspective, your voice, your thought related to something that's going on. I would say in the news. You could pick something else. And so we would classify that as like opinion content, where you're giving your opinion. Let me give you an example of where I have seen this play out recently on social media. I've definitely seen it play out on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. So Meg Thee Stallion is going through a breakup, a public open breakup. I don't know too many details, but basically she's going through a breakup. I have seen at least 3 therapists kind of give think pieces, as people would say, hot takes from a therapy standpoint. And then this is not to say, you want to jump on the bandwagon for somebody that's, that is experiencing some pain. No, if there are other people who are connecting and they're saying on social media, man, I've been in Meg Thee Stallion's situation. I know how that feels. I've seen no less than 3 therapists kind of give thoughts and content in this hot take around perhaps the situation that played out. I've seen a male relationship expert give a hot take from a male standpoint around his take in why men cheat and all of these different things. I saw someone else on Instagram give a really, really great, she put together like a carousel, and she said Meg Thee Stallion is experiencing timeline grief. So she talked about grief. I mean, all of these different takes. So you want to think about what you do, and this I think works really nicely. Hey there, over on YouTube. This fits really, really nicely for those of you that have your expertise, and again, definitely mental health, any kind of expertise in any type of area where you could give a hot take. And guess what? ChatGPT, or Claude, since it knows your voice, it knows how you've been using it. It would be a really, really great tool to say, hey, AI tool, what do you think my hot take is? Yeah, this is good. Thank you, Dr. Karen. This is good. So leverage your actual AI tool to give you hot takes for current events, something that's going on right now. I would probably, if I were you, like stay away from politics. That's just my opinion. All right, let's move on. Okay, so the next thing that you can do, as we're chatting here about how to use AI for daily content ideas, the next thing you can do for number 4 is turn FAQs into content. What are FAQs? Frequently asked questions. So as you think about questions and things that your clientele is asking, guess what? If current customers are asking questions, those that are potential customers are asking and have the same exact questions. So that is great content. And now, what would you do with that? Well, you would go into your AI tool and say, hey, make each of these FAQs, each of these frequently asked questions, make it into a post or give me a caption or a hook for a reel. Because if current customers have that question, potential customers and new customers have it already. And wouldn't it be great if your content went ahead and addressed their frequently asked questions, of course, highlighting you as a solution and an option to what they're getting ready to purchase. So number 4 of these 5 tips is to turn your FAQs into content. Now, some of you may have formalized FAQs, like you might have an FAQ section on your website. Great. Then you could put that link into your AI and say, give me some content. Or it may be a little bit more informal. I'll give you an example. So some of you saw me promoting a StreamYard class last week. So I was promoting a class it was a quick class, right, for StreamYard that we did. How did I get to that? I had no less than 3 clients asking me about their StreamYard, like, hey, how do we do this? How do we do that? Current clients. I was like, well, if current clients have these questions around StreamYard, I'm sure there's some other consumers and other business owners who have some of those questions. Literally, that's how that came about. So turn your FAQs, frequently asked questions that your current clients are asking, turn that into content and ask your AI tool to do that for you. And it's really good to give you some posts and some reels. All right. Here we are. We coming down to the 5th one. We coming down to the 5th one as we talk about daily content ideas, 5 tips. Okay. Number 5, use AI to repurpose old content. I'm telling you, it is very good at this. So old content that belongs to you. Let me preface that. So old content that belongs to you. So if you're on Facebook, for instance, Facebook has a great feature that has thank you, Ty. Facebook has a great feature that has the memories, right? I check memories every day because I look back and I was like, I was saying some stuff. I put some good content out. And if it resonated the first time, we're going to spin the block and bring it back. So the same thing for you. Definitely look at memories, flashbacks, or it could be just the content that you have somewhere on your computer or what have you, or in your phone, and ask AI to repurpose it and make it new again. And AI is really good with that. You can even do a picture. You could upload a picture and say, make a few edits and then reload it into your content. So paste the old captions from something like a Facebook memory. And then here's a prompt. Here's an actual prompt that you could leverage. So you could go into your AI tool and say, turn this content into 3 new posts with different angles. That's the prompt you want to use. Turn this content into 3 new posts with different angles. And then, of course, you're going to copy the content and it's going to spit out something new. It's going to spit out something different from different angles. And now, how quick was that? Something that your voice was already there, but we're basically leveraging what you've already done in the past. All right, so let me do a recap because I know I see some people popping in. We're talking here about daily using AI for daily content ideas. Number 1, as a recap, ask AI for problem-based content ideas, and the prompt for that is, what are top 10 problems my ideal client is facing? It's going to give you some good content. Number 2, turn one topic into 10 angles. And here's the prompt for that. So give me 10 different content angles for XYZ topic. Number 3, use AI to generate hot takes, or what we would call opinion content. Hot takes are really great for like current events, current things that are going on in the news. I would probably stay away from politics, but that is my opinion. So that's really great. Number 4 was to turn FAQs into content. Thank you. I see the hearts and the love coming up. Turn FAQs into content. So questions that you're getting asked frequently. FAQ stands for frequently asked questions. So what are the questions that your current clients are asking? Guess what? If your current clients are asking, your audience of potential clients, they need that information as well. And then we move into the fifth one here, which is use AI to repurpose old content. And the prompt that you're going to do is turn this into 3 new posts with different angles, and you're going to give it an old post or old content to be able to do that. Now, I have a bonus. I have one more bonus, because I know some of you said, Sharvette, I thought you said daily content, and I feel like I'm gonna still have to do a little bit of work with this. I thought you said something daily. I have a bonus. Just type bonus. I just need to see bonus one time. Type bonus one time in the chat. I'm gonna give you a bonus. That's gonna be good. Type bonus one time in the chat. And while you all are typing bonus in the chat, if you like this type of content, like this type of conversation, you absolutely need to be at my 10th annual conference that's coming up in November here in Richmond, Virginia. It's called the Platform Builder Summit VIP Experience. It's happening Friday, November 13th, Saturday, November 14th. Again, Richmond, Virginia. Jump over to platformbuildersummit.com. The link is in the chat where you are in the comments, platformbuildersummit.com, and register. Listen, early bird. Well, actually, we are in pre-sale. So there's pre-sale and there's early bird. Pre-sale means this is the lowest that the price is going to be. And pre-sales will be available. Pre-sale pricing will be available until June 1st. So you can jump over there. You can pay in full or pay in our installments. All right. I see bonus. Thank you. I just needed to see one bonus. I see you here. Okay. So here is the bonus that is going to be amazing. Okay. You can tell AI, and I know you can do this with ChatGPT. Those that are using Claude, let me know if Claude does this. Here's the bonus. You can set up what is called a task, and you can tell ChatGPT, for instance, to create XYZ content every single day and send you a notice every morning at 8 a.m., for instance. So you can tell it to land the content in what'll happen is ChatGPT will send you an email, and when you click, it'll open up in ChatGPT and it'll have the content there for you that day. So if you like that more and better, and you're like, hey, I need a little bit more automation, you can set up what's called a task. So that's the term in ChatGPT. Now, Claude might do it. Y'all let me know if y'all use Claude. Thanks, Rima. I hope you're feeling well. Hope you're feeling better. You can use, I know you can do ChatGPT because I have several set up. I don't know about Claude. Y'all let me know. But it's called a task. And literally you go into ChatGPT and say every day at 8 a.m. Or if you're a person that says, you know what, I like to do my content by the week, you could say every Saturday at 8 a.m., I want you to provide this type of social media content to me. And every Saturday or every day, if you turn it on every day, they're going to send you a notification and they're going to have that content sitting, waiting for you in your ChatGPT tool. Yes, Ty said, oh, I like this. Yes, Dr. Karen. Wow. And it goes beyond content. You could do this for a lot of things. So since we've talked about some of the different types of content that you could ask it to do, then you could give it some instruction of the type of content that you want. But it'll literally send you, if you have notifications for, like, for instance, ChatGPT turned on your phone, you'll see a little notification pop up. Otherwise, it'll go to your email saying, hey, we have your content ideas ready, and it will do it at whatever frequency that you put in, but it's called a task. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. So that is that. Use AI for daily content ideas. 5 tips. I gave you 5 tips plus a bonus here. Yes, it is. It can be totally unbelievable, but that is what you want to do, a task. So I threw that in for you all. Thank you so much for being a part of our Facebook community. Our Facebook community is called Marketing Tips with Sharvette. If by chance you are listening to this or hear this and you're like, I'm not in there, over on Facebook, look for Marketing Tips with Sharvette. It's open to women entrepreneurs, women business owners, or those that are moving into that direction. And we provide some type of Facebook Live training each month. We had a little bit of a hiatus, but we back. Just touch your neighbor and tell your neighbor we are back. All right, it is a wrap for today. Thank you so much again. We would love to see you. If you're like, I need to be around this type of content, be around this type of energy, we want to see you at the Platform Builders Summit in Richmond, Virginia, Friday, November 13th, Saturday, November 14th. Jump over to platformbuildersummit.com. The link will be in the chat where you're watching, platformbuildersummit.com. And you can register. Pre-sale pricing ends June 1st. So that's the lowest the tickets are going to be, hint, hint. But we have a full pay option. And then we also have payment plans that you could pay monthly. So pretty cool. And this is my 10th year, y'all. Can you believe 10 years? I know, right? How did we get here? Well, listen, it's grace. It's been grace. Thank you so much. Yes, we are back, Dr. Karen. Thank you so much for everyone that tuned in. And I'm going to give you the gift of time, and we'll see you all later on the web. Bye.